everybody, Dr. Hill here, and today we're going to be talking about some common behavior issues that you might see in some dogs.
All right, Dr. Hill, why is addressing dog behavior problems early on so important?
Yeah, so as soon as we recognize that there may be a behavioral issue, the faster we can get to correct that behavior, the better it will be. Just kind of like humans in a sense, dogs are creatures of habit, and so if they're constantly doing an inappropriate behavior repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly, it's much harder to break that cycle of repetition and that habit later on down the road than it is right when they may be developing it or learning it.
Are certain breeds predisposed to behavior problems?
I would say yes and no. I think any dog can develop any behavioral issue. Do I think that we think that maybe there are some breeds that are more prone to it? In the sense of, are all pit bulls bad? No, not all pit bulls are bad. Are all Dobermans and Rottweilers bad? No, they're not all bad, but there are some dogs out there that instinctively have an internal sense of a job or needing to do a job, and so there's a lot of dogs out there that have requirements as a breed. A border collie is a very active, intelligent dog, and they need the stimulus to fulfill that need for activity and challenging them and everything like that in terms of their mental capabilities. And so I think that there's breeds that have needs, and when those needs aren't met, then that could lead to some behavior issues.
Can my dog's behavior problems resolve on their own?
It really depends on what we're considering the issue to be, but a lot of times I would say if you feel like you're noticing an issue with your pet or they're developing a bad habit, then the best thing to do is to work right away to try to correct that bad habit.
So when should I seek professional help for these dog behavior problems?
Yeah, so if you feel like it's getting out of hand, or what you feel like you know to do, or maybe what you've looked up on the internet as a suggestion to do isn't getting you the results that you want, then that's definitely a time to step in and either work with a dog behavioralist or a dog trainer, or sometimes medication may even be needed for a short period of time to help correct the behavior.
So what can I do to reduce my dog's chances of developing these behavior problems?
Yeah, so, working with them early on training, whether it be obedience training or just learning some basic commands, and really just continually enforcing those commands and making sure that you and your dog are staying on the same page. But maybe you get with a dog trainer early on and start that way, but the earlier the better, and just keeping it up and just staying on top of it and making it a part of your routine is the best thing that you can do.
My last question is, can getting my dog spayed or neutered help with their behavior problems?
So it can with some, like if we've got, maybe inappropriate marking in a male, or inappropriate urination in a male, or like humping behavior, things like that in a male. Sometimes neutering them can definitely help with that. Or even sometimes we see a little bit of aggression in females that improves after a spay. It really just depends, but the best thing to do is have a conversation with your veterinarian.
All right, thank you.
You're so welcome.